in number 4. Well, 12 we've got some choices on, but the 2 is a prime number. So this time I'm going to start by locking in the 1 and the 2 at the second end of the problem. And then with that 12, I'll play around with the 1 and 12, 12 and 1, 2 and 6, 6 and 2, 3 and 4, 4 and 3. All those different combinations until you find the one that works. And it turns out the one that the last one I listed, 4c times 3c, is the one that works. Notice in the middle we get a 3c, and that 4 times 2 on the outer edge makes an 8c. And if you have positive 3 minus 8, that will make the minus 5 we're looking for. So a positive right there will give us the 1 times 3, positive 3, a minus in that second parentheses. Another way to look at this problem, notice how we had locked in that 2 here. That automatically said the 12, the 6, the 2, and the 4 can't work, because I can't have a common factor of 2 with both even numbers in the same parentheses. It had to be what was left over, the 12 times 1 or the 4 times 3. So that's another thing that you can use to help you narrow down your choices. Number 5, there we have lined up for you. Okay, we look at this and we go, oh my goodness. With the 12, we've got choices of 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. With that 6, there's 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. There's nothing guaranteed in this problem. There's not any prime numbers for us to work with. However, the 73 is a rather big number. In this case, that big number kind of tells us the 6 and the 12 are going to have to be multiplied together to make 72 to get us close to that 73. So I'm thinking 6 and 12. That tells me I'm going to start with a 12y in one parentheses and a y in the other. And in order to get the 6 times 12, I need the 6 over there on the far right. That way on the outer edge, and that really needs to be a 6z with a 1z, that's going to give me the 72yz on the outer, and then we're going to have the 1yz on the inner, and if they're both negative, there we have it. I don't need to write the 1. 12y minus z would have been enough, but it helped us for this problem. Number 6. I see lots of even numbers, which helps us out. I can divide a 2 out as a GCF, leaving me with 18x squared minus 9x minus 2. Then I've got a nice prime number at the end of the parentheses. Leaving the 2 out front, I'm going to split this into 2 parts. I know it's got to end in a 1 times 2. That's the only way it's going to make the 2. Now I've got to play around with that 18. It's either 1 and 18, 18 and 1, neither of those work, 2 and 9, 9 and 2, nope, 3 and 6, nope, 6 and 3, 6 and 3, 6x, 3x. Notice how inner I have a 3x, outer 6 times 2 makes a 12x, and I want a positive 3 and a negative 12 adding up to that negative 9 that we see in the middle of the original problem. So to make that positive 3, I need a plus right there and a minus right there. Now as I was saying, 6 times 3, 3 times 6, 18 times 1, I was doing all those multiplication problems in my head. If you need to use a pencil and eraser to do these, hey, more power to you. Take your time. The speed will come with practice. I like to say if you don't dream about factoring these problems, you're not doing enough practice and getting yourself ready for your tests. Okay, next problem. Ding ding ding, I see a 5. That's a prime number. That tells me in splitting this baby up, there is no GCF, I did check that out. It's got to be n times 5n. That's the only way 1 times 5 is going to create that 5 at the end. Now I'm going to play around with the different numbers. 12. 12 times 1. That 12 times 5 on the outer is too big. 12 times 1 doesn't work. 1 and 12, nope, that makes it 17, but no. 2 and 6. 2 and 6, no. 6 and 2. 6 is too big over here because 6 times 5 would make it 30. So 3 and 4. There we go. 3m 4n. And the reason I said there we go is because I was thinking ahead to 4, whoops, that's an m, 4 m in the middle, and 15 mn on the outer edges. If I have a negative 4 and a positive 15, that'll do the trick. I create the negative 4 by putting a minus right there, so that the negative n times positive 4m will create the minus 4mn. And that means I need a plus in the second parentheses. So it all will come down together most of the time. Every once in a while a problem won't factor, and if that's the case, you just write the word prime there. Not meaning that the numbers are prime, but meaning that the expression is prime. But right now I'm focusing on teaching you how to factor, not how not to factor.